For 2 years, I have been in criminal court. No trial, no resolution, no closure. Just delay, just pressure, just the quiet weight of a case that won't end. Today, I'm not going to argue facts. I'm going to talk about something bigger. I'm going to talk about constitutional rights and what happens when time itself becomes punishment. Most Americans don't realize this. The Constitution guarantees the right to speedy and public trial. That's the Sixth Amendment. It exists for a reason. Because when the government charges you with a crime, your life stops. Jobs hesitate. Opportunities pause. Your reputation hangs in limbo. A case that lingers for years without resolution raises serious constitutional questions. A speedy trial isn't about convenience. It's about fairness. It's about preventing the system from wearing someone down. And when 2 years pass without conclusion, you have to ask, is the delay justified? Or is delay itself the strategy? Another thing people forget, you are presumed innocent, not presumed exhausted, not presumed guilty, not presumed pressured into a plea. Innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt by a jury. That's the Fifth and 14th Amendments, due process of law. Due process means fair procedures, timely proceedings, equal protection, no selective prosecution. When the wait of prosecution continues indefinitely, it can begin to feel like justice and more like leverage. The Fifth Amendment protects against self-incrimination. That means you do not have to testify against yourself. You do not have to prove your innocence. The burden is on the state. When pressures build in prolonged proceedings, people are often pushed towards deals, not because they're guilty, but because they're tired. And exhaustion is not justice. Let's talk about something real. 2 years of court appearances, 2 years of uncertainty, 2 years of reputational damage, 2 years of legal costs. Even without a conviction, your life is impacted. The Supreme Court has recognized that delay can violate constitutional rights when it causes prejudice, it creates anxiety, it impairs defense. And anyone who has lived under an unresolved case knows the waiting changes you. This episode is not about attacking individuals. It's about asking structural questions. How long is too long? When does delay violate the Sixth Amendment? When does prosecutorial discretion cross into selective enforcement? When does the process become the punishment? Those are constitutional questions, and every American should care about them. Because if it can happen to one person, it can happen to anyone. I believe in trial by jury. I believe in due process. I believe in the Constitution. What I don't believe is in indefinite limbo. 2 years without resolution is not neutral. It affects mental health. It affects livelihood. It affects family. Justice delayed can become justice denied. If you're in the middle of a prolonged case, you're not crazy for feeling worn down. You're human. The Constitution exists to protect citizens from government overreach. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is calmly insist that your rights matter. I will continue to stand on mine. This is Unbreakable.